YouTube, Happy New Year. Well, I've had a video coming up, but my first wild camp of 2023. Feels like it's been an absolute age. So I'm out after doing my review video of the Amok, checking it out, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, for my first wild camp in it. Let's hope it's not a drama. So you can probably see and hear, got snow underfoot here, so temperature's pretty low. It's just above freezing at the moment. It's only forecast to get down to about -2, so nothing drastic, but it'll be interesting to see how the Amok insulated pad works. Although I love the Haven, which is I think it was an R value of 4. This is a 5. I didn't really find the Haven gave any warmth off. Might have protected me a bit from the cold, but I don't think it will be really good in a really sub-zero temperature, so it'll be interesting to see how well this works. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. It's got a bit dark now. I'm under cover in the woods, so I'll get this set up and see how quick and easy I can do it in comparison to my setup review video. Right, so I'm wishing I'd brought my chair now. The chair mode is lovely for chilling out, but no good if you want to cook or anything. It's been laying in the hammock for about half an hour. I'm going to go over the pros and cons in the morning, and I'll tell you what I think. It's very comfy laying in it, it's very warm, but there's a few little issues, little bugs that need ironing out. So I'm going to get some food on now. So usual boring noodles and my normal coffee, Kenko Duos. So I'm going to get those done. I won't film it. But I'll just see how it goes. Maybe just touch base with you before I go to bed. So not the easiest thing to get in and out of. What I am finding is that because this naturally flips up that way, I've got it in chair mode at the moment, so it's exaggerated. Everything falls to the bottom of the hammock, which is annoying, but as I say, I'll go over it in the morning. I've tied my quilt up here just so that it doesn't fall down when I'm getting in and out. So I don't know if you saw my previous video when my Sea to Summit X mug split. So I had a leak in it, it was pouring coffee everywhere. So I got a new one for Christmas. Guess what I've forgotten left at home? Annoying, but there you go. So yeah, I got the dull old soba noodles. Nothing new, sorry. It is pretty comfy though, just sitting here. Not that I'm looking out on anything because I've got a light on the camera, so I'm just blinded. But I can imagine in the summer, this would be pretty nice. Temperature's dropped down to, it's just -1 now, so it's not freezing cold. I've moved my table over this side so I can get in and out of this side. I just habitually get in and out of this side. So at least I can reach everything, which is quite handy. But it's certainly not as easy as the Haven, for example. Getting in and out of that, much more normal. Right, I'm going to film saying goodnight from inside the hammock because I've got to get out, turn the camera off again. So, if nothing else happens, I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So, the Amok Draumr 5.0. Good points and bad points. We'll go over the good first. This is by far the most comfortable camping bed I've slept in. Possibly even bed of all time. It is incredibly comfortable. Very, very flat lay. More comfortable than the Haven, I think. The pad is incredibly warm. It got down to -2 last night, and I was wearing what I'm wearing now. I did not put my thermals, underwear, thermal trousers on. I did not put my down trousers on either that I've got, and I brought along with me, and I didn't even wear my down booties, so I just had 2 pairs of socks on, my normal pair and a pair of heat warmer socks, which I generally tend to wear under my down boots anyway because I get freezing cold feet, and I was warm. Now, a lot of people say it depends what you got, what you're wearing. So I wasn't wearing anything. Underneath this I've got a t-shirt and a thin fleece. So I wasn't wearing anything special. My quilt is the Flames Creed quilt. Now that I think, I can never remember if it's rated to 6 or 2 degrees. I'll put it on the screen now. But that was all I had on. I did not have another quilt. It was literally what is classified as a 3-season quilt, and I was really warm. I could feel the heat coming up from this mat. Yeah, it just worked as a sleep system fantastically well. The space inside the hammock is really good because it's that way. You've got tons of headroom. I mean, even sitting here, that's where the ridgeline is, so the mesh goes up, and there is loads of space, loads of little pockets to put things in places, and keep them to hand. So, yeah, really impressed with that. Setting up was a lot easier than the first time. Obviously, it'll get better and quicker with time. But I had a really good night's sleep, which makes a change for me. Negative points. There's a few, to be honest with you, and they are niggly. In the side here you've got these 2 large panels, which is basically the outer and the inner of the hammock, and they say you can store stuff inside here, which yes, you can. The problem I found is because this hammock naturally tilts head up, feet down, what you find is whenever you're trying to get in and out, anything that you put in the hammock, so you quilt, I've got my electrics in here, bits and pieces, as you're getting in, the hammock tilts back and everything falls to the front, which then makes it even more toe heavy and flips the hammock right up. So there's a bit of a knack to get in and out of it without all your stuff falling out. Now, if they put I know this isn't attached, and probably for a reason, but if there was some kind of a mesh divider, like a stretchy mesh divider attached to the outer and the inner just along here, everything that you put up the top here would stay there and wouldn't just slide down. When you're in it, you're so sort of finely balanced that any movement down or up will cause you to flip that way or the other way. And if you go too far towards the foot end and it starts to go down, you immediately start to just slide. So you've got to grab hold of these bits and pull yourself back up again, which you don't get in a normal hammock because you're suspended underneath, or like the Haven flat lay, you're suspended from a ridge line and you're perpendicular to that below it. You can swing as much as you like, you can move as much as you like, you're not going to fall out of it. This thing, you probably won't fall out, but you'll end up virtually standing up, or if it was the other way, on your head. So you've got to be a bit careful with it. I didn't have a major problem, it was just I'm just noting it. But it was very, very comfortable. The big storage pockets at the top here, where the bog mesh is, I've got my electrics, which are quite heavy in there, so I kept them central within this line, because if you put them in here, they just immediately fall straight to the bottom. I don't want to keep my electrics outside of the hammock because obviously it's cold and I want to keep them as warm as I can. They're inside a down bag, but they could do with a zip cover on them, because again, as the hammock tilts, as you're trying to get in and out, a few things have fallen out, which is a little bit annoying. I am thinking what I might do is just get quite a few little carabiners. I've got these very, very ultralight ones, and just attach them here and there, so you've got where these straps are along here and up here, just so that I can attach more things inside it to those carabiners. Ideally keep them central, so that way when I'm getting in and out, it's not going to fall down the bottom, it's all going to stay in here. The quilt, I end up it's got a little cord that you can tighten the quilt up around your body. I just tie that to the top of the hammock when I was getting in and out of it, just so I didn't fall down to the feet. So it's like anything new, you got to try it, get used to it. But on a plus side, I've got a nice comfy chair. I would bring a chair with me next time, just because it's easier when cooking. I can just sit outside and get up and get down and get up and get down as many times as I like, and it's not a problem. Whereas in here, it is a bit more of a faff, because you've got to take your boots off, put your boots on, and actual getting in and out of the hammock isn't as easy as a normal hammock. Whereas, a standard hammock, you can just sit on the edge of it, and it's not as big a problem. But for sitting in a hammock, this is the most comfortable seat you'll ever get. Other hammocks where you're sitting in it, the pressure goes underneath you that way. So particularly the Haven, it cuts into the back of your knees, because that's where all the tension is. And I found that I've had to put a jacket or something underneath my legs, because otherwise it cuts in if you're sitting there for a length of time. Whereas this is just a big, comfy, padded armchair, so I could sit here probably all day. I can't, because I've got to go to work now. Okay, that's me all packed up. I'll leave no trace as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's only a short one. If you did, hit a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you all in the next one.